What kind of game can you play with a wombat? Wom. And this is Balloon Animal Lessons number 80. Hello Balloon World, I'm Michael Floyd, your balloon twister, and this time I want to teach you how to make balloon eyeballs. Aren't these things creepy? I love making these. It does use 3 balloons, 1 for each color of the eye, but I think it's worth it. This is a really fun way to dress up even a simple balloon animal. Let me show you how to make it. For this design, you'll need a black 260, a white 260, and whatever color eye you want. I'll be using blue. We're going to start with the black center of the eye, so get your black 260 and inflate it 1/3 of the way. Let some air out and tie. We're going to twist a small 1-inch bubble. Make sure you twist this good. Now we're going to take that bubble and we're going to push it into the rest of the balloon. So give this balloon a squeeze so it's a little softer and easier to push inside. And we're going to take our hand and we're going to push it inside. So now that bubble is actually inside of the balloon. Now what I want to do is I want to twist it on this side of the bubble. So the bubble is still in that bubble, and I'm going to break it off there. To break it off there, you're going to tear it like you tear duct tape. Just one quick motion when one hand comes back and the other one goes forward, like this. Ooh-ah! Just like that. And you can see it's on the end of my finger now. So there I have one eye. But I want to make 2 eyes because one only has 1 eye, well, besides the Cyclops. So I'm going to let a little air out by twisting a bubble. And then I'm going to tie that into a knot. There we go. Now, one cool thing we can do with this thing is that if you roll it gently off your finger, it doesn't pop. You didn't tie it, but it doesn't pop. How cool is that? That's the center of the bubble that we need for our eye. But we need one more, so we're going to make one more with this balloon. Once again, 1-inch bubble. I push it into the big balloon. If you're finding it difficult, give the big balloon a squeeze so it's a little softer. That makes it easier. Then I pop it on this side. Let the air deflate. It's on the end of my finger. I don't need that, so I can throw it away. Roll it off gently. And there we have the other bubble. Because we twist it up and layer it, it seals it so it doesn't come undone. Now that we have the black center of our eye, next comes the colored iris layer. My eyes are going to be blue, so I'm using a blue 260. But make whatever color eyes you want. Inflate this 1/3 of the way. Let some air out and tie. Now get one of your black centers. Give the balloon a squeeze, take the black center, and you're going to push it inside the balloon, just like we did before. And just like we did before, we're going to break it off, and it'll end up on your finger. Now we want to save this for the other eye, so let's tie it. This can be tricky. There we go. But I'm going to pull that off, and you can see it leaves a little black hole right there. If it's not round or it's not big enough, you can pull it back a little bit. You can really mess with it, make it wider. But don't make it too wide because when we add the next layer, it'll actually pull it back a little. Don't forget to do your other eye. And here's an additional tip. If your eyeball came out a little bit pointy or messy, put it in sideways. That way you'll use the nice smooth surface of the front. Like this. And there you can see I have a nice smooth circle there for the black part. That's the center. Now that we have the black and blue layers, it's time for the white of the eye. Get your white 260 and inflate it 1/3 of the way. Tie it. Give it a squeeze and a stretch. Get one of your layered eyes, and you want to insert it straight where the black part is pointing towards the front. Because we want it to show. Make sure you don't let go of it, otherwise it'll go flying away. But you can sort of see there, I have it pointed out. So now I'm going to give the balloon a good squeeze. That way I can push some slack into it. You don't want any air to get in there because it'll push that bubble right out of there. And I just want it sort of layering, but not completely covering it. So now that I have that part there, I can break it off. And however much of a tail is up to you. If you're going to attach this to something, you want to make sure you have a long tail. That way you have something to use to wrap it into a balloon animal. Twist off the excess. Let some air out. Tie. Squeeze and a stretch. And do the other eye. Once again, I have the black circle. I have that facing forward. I push it in. And then I squeeze the air out to get some slack. Push the rest of that air out. And then I break it off. This one I'm going to give it plenty of slack. There we go. And you can sort of see it doesn't come out perfect there. So what I like to do is I'll blow some air into it, keeping my finger on the front so it doesn't go shooting out. And that way I can adjust the white of the eye, make it a little bit bigger. And if these don't line up perfectly, that's okay. You can fuss with it by grabbing it and pulling it and stretching it to try to make it fit and look the way you want. This is a really cool effect because you can make them look like cat eyes, or you can make them look like human eyes, or whatever you want them to look like. You can also play with the size of the iris in the middle. You can make it look really dilated, or you could have it be really small, giving a different expression on the character's face. You tend to fuss with these a lot to make them look the way you want. But once you have the eyes about the same size and looking the way you want, you're good to go. These things are a lot of fun. With some extra slack, you can use them for fake props and be like, oh, my eye fell out. Or, if you want, you can put them on even simple balloon animals to make them really creepy looking. This is one of my favorite things to put the eyeballs on, a simple one balloon monkey. This gets such a good response from people. Another thing I really like about the eyes is as the body of the balloon animal deflates, the eyes tend to stay inflated, so it sort of looks like it's looking up at you as it's growing old and shriveling. I know a few of you might be concerned about using 3 balloons just for eyes, but trust me, it's worth it. Let me know what you think in the comments below. Is this something you'll use? Do you find it creepy? Or cute? Or both? I want to know in the comments below. If you enjoyed this video, click that thumbs up button. And if you want more balloon animal lessons, check out my playlist and subscribe to my channel. I'm Michael Floyd, your balloon twister. Remember, anything can be made out of balloons, even a bug-eyed monkey. There we go. Now they're not crooked. Ooh, creepy looking. Now I really am a 4 eyes.